Now you may come to satsang and you may just hear, which itself is the first step. It needs to be done. You see, you hear, but if it just stops at hearing, and worse, if it makes a home in the intellect alone, you see, then that will be not very productive. In fact, sometimes may even be counterproductive. You see, so we start over there, but we try to get the essence of what is being pointed to. Then we pray for His assistance, His grace. To enter the mysterious chamber of spirituality, where true spirituality actually can blossom. Now, what is needed for this? The smarter you are here, is that what you need? Like if I say God is here, you can say Brihadaranyaka Upanishad verse 55, chapter 7 says also this. Katha Upanishad says like that. In the Gita, the Lord said like this, and in the Quran, the Lord said like that. And then you can, and then that can give an illusion of knowing something, isn't it? You see, many get into that trap. You see, but is that what is needed? That's not what is needed. Unless it is coming naturally, and they've used all that spiritual insight to deepen more and more into the direct insight, the direct darshan of God Himself. Just bookish knowledge by itself, uncultivated, unmarinated in the heart's presence, in the heart's light, in the heart's love, itself doesn't hold much value. You see? But it is a required first step. You see? It is required. So our hearing satsang, our contemplating reading, our contemplative reading, all of that is a good first step, so that we can allow ourselves to dive in. Now, if a diver wanted to dive in with just one limb or half the body and wanted to keep half the body outside in the pool, then what would you say? It's a foolish thing. It's not going to get anywhere, isn't it? So when we dive in, you see, we have to dive in our entirety. So this process is a process of collecting ourselves in this way and diving in to the heart. You see? Because otherwise what may happen is you may hear God is here. Yeah? God is here, so you want to dive in with that. But on the other hand, there's some important email to send. I started sharing satsang 12 years back, okay? So the examples are dated like that. So some important email to send. So half the time is going, God is here, half the time your mind is distracting you with email to send. Your emotional layer has some fear about the consequences if the email doesn't go. All this, then conflict happens, you see. So the process of squeezing, where we remind ourselves that He is the one, He runs this entire universe, you see, then gets us more and more aligned, gets us more and more on the same page, so that we collect ourselves in this way and offer ourselves up to God.